HiRevz Media is sponsored by Born to Ride Motorcycle Magazine. Check out borntoride.com. All right, guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is one of the designs that we came up with, and Chris Williams, it's kind of his bike that we kind of went with. So it's the FXRT Fitment Crew. There's this shirt and a few other designs that are pretty cool. This is one of the other designs that we came up with, FXRT or die, which is just kind of funny. FXRT fairing on this side, skull, teeth on there. Pretty neat design. We got these in t-shirts and stuff. There's some hoodies and some other stuff on there. If there's anything else that y'all want to see or design on a different product, there's all kinds of hundreds of products that I can put these designs on. So just shoot me a message on there and just let me know, and we can get that figured out. This is one thing I think is really cool, is the old school Harley Davidson script stickers for the FXRP police fairings. So at the bottom corner of the fairing, they had Harley Davidson on. Well, this is that same script, same design, but it's got the group name, FXRT Fitment Crew, which is kind of cool. Now, these are slightly bigger, so if you had ugly Harley ones that were getting old and came off, this will actually cover that slightly, a little bit. So you don't have to worry about that. And then there's a small edge of white. And the Harley ones were cut right at the black line. These have, less than 1/8 of an inch of extra material, and you can kind of see that on there. So, and then there's a couple other designs that we've got. So get on there and check that out. Pretty much figured out. I want to start looking at this inner fairing and getting those speakers installed and installing the amp here. And I've got an idea about where I want to install the amp. So it's pretty small, and I'm thinking right here on the backside. Since I'm not putting a regular radio down in here like I did on the other one, I don't need all of this space right here. So I'm thinking I can just do a couple through bolts, right, to hold that amp inside here. And on the other side, you'll just see the heads of the bolts, painted black or whatever. So that shouldn't be too big of a deal. And then hooking up the speakers, and then we're gonna recess that little control panel in here somewhere. So shouldn't be too bad to get all that mounted up there. I think that'll work pretty well. And then get those speakers installed back up here at the top. Where they would normally go. So I think that'll work. So there's a template down in here, a good nice hard cardstock too. So that'll be a good template to use for that, just to make sure that we miss the screw there. Pop that in there, shouldn't be bad. So we'll start working on that next, and then keep working on cleaning this up, clean up all the edges, get it ready to paint, and then we're gonna paint the inside gloss black. So that's what I'm working on now.
This thing's got to be about right here.
In order to keep the grill.
Keep this from hanging over somewhere. Which means this is going to be
Covering up the hole slightly.
Yeah.
So what we'll have to do is we'll put
it
this.
Won't much, but if you think about it, this is going to be, this is not going to be here.
Right. It's just none of this is going to be here. The edge of the speaker will hang over.
Yeah.
But when we screw it in, we'll just have to screw in.
I don't think it'll hurt anything.
This, and then put the speaker on.
Right.
Which we'll probably have to put nuts in there, and we'll probably screw it in this plastic. But
why not?
Will it? I think it'll screw in a hole. Fine. Okay.
I think you can make a tight hole and screw right into that and hold it.
Okay.
I think so.
enough for this to fit in perfect. I mean, they're technically designed for 5 1/4 speakers just like this to fit there, but originally they didn't have a screw hole here.
Exactly.
You know, so we just got to watch out for the screw hole. We'll have to screw that together, then screw the speakers in place. So, and it'll just cover up that one screw hole, which is kind of unsightly anyways.
It is unsightly.
So it kind of just gets...
Just about like,
that's the only screw hole that bothers me, is this one sticking out here.
Is it?
So that would cover that up, actually.
Would. And that ain't an issue, I don't think.
No.
Strength is still going to be here.
Yeah. All right, guys, so we went and cut out the inside of this template that it comes with and drilled all holes based on marking this, because if you notice, you've got to be pretty dead on with those holes, but they give you slots in the speaker. But if you want the cover to go on, it's got to go by those. So we kind of got it lined up here. We're going to mark the center part out, cut it out, make sure the speaker drops in, and then it should screw together fine, and then do it again. All right, guys, so Pop got the holes cut out and trimmed up like their factory finish, and essentially that's what they look like sit in place. So it'll look really good with the grill on there and everything. It fits perfectly.
Is it okay?
So there's the grill on there, which looks really good all the way around. And then the next thing to do is to cut out the hole for this, which I think we're going to try right in the middle and still be able to have access to that hole. But it should look pretty good like that, so we can have the controller up there. All right, guys, there's the piece. There's the template we made for it, which this fits right into very easily. See how tight that is? I picked it up. And then use that to mark here. And again, it's going to be a little bit tight so we can make it fit. And this will snap down in and look nice and clean. And we've still got access to our screw down there. So the screw will go in, and then we'll snap that in. These screws will go in. We'll put the speakers down, and it'll get, I mean, the bad thing about the two-piece Fairing is that you've got screw holes everywhere. They're not that big of a deal, but this does hide a few of them, which is kind of nice. But that's the difference over the fiberglass. The fiberglass, though, is really hard to get anything up in here and work on any of this stuff. So I kind of like that it's a two-piece. So all right, guys, check that out. Look how smooth and perfect that looks. And still plenty of access to the hole, still plenty of material back here. So, and technically the hole rests against this anyways, so it's got plenty of rigidity. But that is perfect. That looks super clean. Nice little controller up there, speakers here. And then also have an Apple CarPlay that I'm gonna be putting on the handlebars to control. Really like, I've gotten used to that. So on so many, if you haven't noticed, I'm like, all the ones I can get that from companies they're sending me, I love them on bikes. Having access to maps, has access to see who's calling you, or a message that popped up, and you can't, you can hear the message, but you can't read it, but you can see all that stuff popping up, which is nice. But you can also flip through your music, which I find really nice. Flip through Spotify and things like that. So really enjoy that, but that looks awesome. So now we've just got to mount that amp, and I'd really like to mount the amp in behind here, which is something you couldn't do on the fiberglass, but since we can get all the way behind here, we can through bolt the amp, and there'll just be some little studs sticking through, or just the head of the bolt sticking through, and which will look fine. So I'm hoping to mount that in there, and then it'll kind of go up in that area of the fairing and be fine. And then we can figure out what we're doing with the inside. Still waiting for paint for that side, so we haven't even really started cleaning it up yet. We've just been working on this. All right, guys, so here, screws coming through, bolts rather, through there, and then you'll see the heads on this side. So that should be fine, and there's plenty of room for the controller to go up here, and amp should be able to mount in there and still have plenty of room from this side. That actually slopes out away from it a little bit, so it should be plenty fine. And then that's pretty much done with all of our holes, I guess, here. Just cleaning this up and then figuring out if we want to paint it gloss black or satin black or one of those. All right, guys, so started sanding her out and screwed it back together just to give it some more rigidity. Working my way across. Both sides have to be sanded anyways. And then we'll pull apart and we're going to paint the inside gloss black. make it all nice and shiny. So I got it hanging up back up in here in our outdoor paint booth, and just wiped it down with some wax and grease remover, so that's slowly evaporating off there, and then we're gonna hit it with some paint. So I just hit it with a fairly light coat of black just to get it kind of sticky. I'll let that tack up for a few minutes, and then we'll hit it with some heavy. All right guys, here it is, and it's not terrible, but the can, I didn't use the good stuff. I used some stuff that was for plastic, and it started spitting on me and kind of made a small texture on here. So it looks like orange peel all over it because it was spitting out little spots. So then I cleaned it and then did another heavy coating on it, on top of it, hoping it would blend some of that. It's not terrible, but I might have to trying to let this dry for a week or so and then polishing it out and see if that makes it better. If not, then I may have to sand it all again and repaint it with the good stuff. But I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, it kind of just looks like it's supposed to be that way. So it's not awful, but it's not exactly what I wanted either. So I don't know, we'll see.